What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we saw a pretty big turn of events. The first Super Saiyan was born, and of all people, it turned out to be Raditz. Obviously this is going to cause some problems down the road, but how bad will it be? It can't be that bad, right? Well, let's hope so. Well, let's hope Goku and everyone are okay. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part to the series. Anyways, let's pick it from here. The group is confused. A Super Saiyan? And Raditz of all people becoming one. Goku looks on astonished. He remembers Raditz ranting about that before, but this is what it is? A transformation this strong? And while everyone is speechless, Frieza probably has the most extreme reaction. He's paralyzed with fear. There's no way this is real. It has to be some sort of trick. But Raditz laughs. He's reinvigorated. So much so that he even starts taunting Frieza. Now it's time to get down to business. He begins fighting Frieza alone. Pretty much with no effort. With how strong he was already, combine that with the power of Super Saiyan and he's way beyond Frieza, even at 100%. Just to rub salt in the wound too, Raditz even pulls out a cigar mid-battle, lighting it with his intense Super Saiyan aura. All the while effortlessly still facing Frieza. The group actually kind of gets a kick out of this. But at the same time they are worried. Raditz holding all this power could have some issues. Yeah, it's funny to watch him beat up Frieza and mock him. And it's good that Frieza's gonna be defeated, there's no way around it. But they watch as Raditz charges up an attack, the power within it. Frieza's hopeless to fight against it. Raditz charges up a vacation delete. That is such a weird name for an attack. Anyways, he launches this at Frieza, and the group looks on. Raditz is unstoppable now, at least for them. They're not sure how to feel about this. On one hand, they watch Frieza's demise, but on the other hand, it's at the hand of Raditz. As he launches the attack, he proudly declares once more, he's a Super Saiyan, and he defeated Frieza. It's the last thing Frieza hears before he's sent to hell. And Raditz stands there triumphantly, taking a hit from his cigar as he powers back down into base. Slowly, he descends down to the ground, landing in front of his brother, his nephew, and Piccolo. They have neutral expressions on their face. They're not mad, they're not happy. They just don't really know what to feel about this. And Raditz looks at them with a smirk. Not something with nefarious intentions, though. He actually just looks genuinely happy. It's something they've never seen from Raditz. A look of confidence unlike any other, but also a look of pure bliss. And consider the situation Raditz is in. Remember how I was saying before, Raditz felt rage at himself for being so useless, so weak, he couldn't grow stronger than anyone. And now he's finally had that moment. He became the first Super Saiyan. Not only did he get a lot stronger, but he defeated Frieza and became a legendary warrior. So much happened in that brief span of time, and it's pretty much exactly what he wanted. Now, don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean he turns good instantly. Hell, it doesn't even mean he turns good in general. It's just he had a happy moment for once. He got what he wanted. It doesn't mean he's gonna change his ways at all. At least not yet, and that's why everyone's concerned. While Raditz views himself as a new person, the rest of the group just sees Raditz. It's the same guy there, just with a new power. So, what do they do now? Well, Raditz goes back to being on his own. Going back to his house and doing the same stuff he does in the meantime. Training, going out to bars, stuff like that. He actually ends up staying on Earth. But they don't know how long he's gonna stay. It seemed like Raditz was gonna leave before, but he's still here. And it's a weird situation, it's not like they could just kick him off the planet. Like, they kind of view it as someone coming to their house and just crashing there. That's Raditz, he came to Earth and just crashed here, and now no one really knows how to ask him to leave. Even though he promised he would. But they also notice he's staying out of their way like he said. And he's not causing any trouble. Of course, from time to time, Piccolo does try and train with him. He's not close with Raditz, but he probably knows Raditz better than anyone at least. And he could use this to his advantage, seeing how Raditz acts now that he's a Super Saiyan. And he acts pretty much the same. The only difference is Raditz is elated with his new power. And he tells Piccolo, killing Frieza gave him a new sense of pride. He accomplished what he wanted, and he's stronger than anyone. He could even seek out Vegeta now, but he doesn't. He knows he's stronger than Vegeta, at least that's what he assumes. There's no way Vegeta would be on his level now. All he knows is that if Vegeta were to come here right now, he would just kill Vegeta, and it would be easy. And it's funny too, looking back on it, all of this was Vegeta's fault. But it turned out for the best. Frieza coming here, and actually Raditz being here in the first place. It's all because Vegeta wanted to defeat Frieza. And now Raditz is the one with the upper hand, and he was the one that got to kill the Emperor. He actually wonders where Vegeta is, but not worth worrying about. Whatever. More time passes. At some point, someone else would want to show up and get revenge for Frieza. Well, more like he wanted to figure out what happened with Frieza, and he didn't really care that Frieza died, but he's just there, so what the hell, he's gonna kill everyone here. It's King Cold. With the time that's passed, the group has continued training, including Raditz too. But he's not worried at all. He tells everyone it seems that King Cold's actually a bit weaker than Frieza. And they can't tell if it's actually that or the fact that Raditz is so strong that he views King Cold as weak. Because King Cold is still pretty strong in comparison to everyone. But Raditz tells them to watch and learn. He'll take on King Cold alone. He powers up into Super Saiyan, and King Cold's power rises at the exact same time. But just as these two flare up their ki, a third energy appears, pretty much out of nowhere. Somebody appears in front of King Cold, and it all happens so quickly that barely anyone can see what's happening. They just see a golden flash of light. But Raditz, while in Super Saiyan, he can keep track of everything, and he looks on in disbelief. A massive explosion occurs, and left behind is just a crater. There's no King Cold, and Raditz is just floating there. There's someone in front of him, a familiar face using a familiar form. The warrior turns around, making eye contact with Raditz, and the two share the same blank stare, turning into an incredibly confused and angry expression. The group can't really see what's going on because they're a little bit far away, but they hear Raditz yell, "Vegeta!" Wait, Vegeta? How did he get here? No, it can't be. They see there's a golden glow around him. He looks just like Raditz does in Super Saiyan. And that's exactly why the two of them are looking at each other confused. Besides the fact that they're seeing each other, it's also the fact that they're both Super Saiyans. Wait, where the hell did he teleport? Teleport? That's how Vegeta got here? Everyone's confused, including Vegeta himself. He came because he sensed what seemed to be King Cold's power, or maybe Frieza's. He sensed two energies at once. When he turned around, he expected Frieza to be standing there, but it was Raditz instead. And he realizes he's on Earth and King Cold came here. Why did King Cold come here, and where the hell's Frieza? And why is Raditz a Super Saiyan? What the hell's going on? Raditz chuckles. Can't he put two and two together? Look at him. He's the Super Saiyan. Why do you think King Cold is here? There's no way. Is Raditz implying he killed Frieza by becoming a Super Saiyan? What's so hard to believe? I mean, Vegeta seems to be one as well. And Raditz asks, how did he achieve that? And Vegeta laughs. In his brief journey alone, he ended up on a planet called Yardrat. That's how he picked up teleportation, arriving here and now having that new technique in tow. Unfortunately, he couldn't learn Force Spirit Vision. He focused more so on this for now. Not only did he pick up instant transmission though, but he also learned how to become a Super Saiyan, his own rage. In a pretty similar fashion to Raditz, the rage is directed towards himself and helped him unlock Super Saiyan. Essentially kind of how it happened in canon anyways too. All these internalized emotions, and the desire to kill Frieza as well, stacked upon it. Vegeta became a Super Saiyan, but that's why he's so shocked. He didn't expect another one, and Raditz of all people to be that Super Saiyan. But it doesn't matter. He tells them they have no chance against him now. He's a Super Saiyan, and he has these new techniques with him. You know, if he's here, he might as well kill them while he's at it. He could do so pretty easily, and Raditz questions that. Does he really think so? And Raditz says he's been waiting for this. He wanted to know where Vegeta was and what he was up to. And he wanted another chance to fight him, a chance to prove his superiority and finally kill the prince. He even looks over to Goku. Isn't this what he wanted? To have another strong fighter out there just like him? Now he sees what his idiot younger brother was going for. The feeling of encountering someone so strong. It's enthralling. And Vegeta's at least glad that the two of them can come to terms. They both want the same thing, a battle to the death. Unfortunately for Goku, he's not going to be involved here. But he could already tell, this is going to get dangerous. But Piccolo tells Goku, Raditz is on their side, so if this fight goes how they want it, they at least won't have to worry about Vegeta anymore, and maybe it'll get Raditz more controlled. This was one of the last loose ends he wanted tied up. So if he gets his way, Piccolo theorizes that maybe this will help Raditz. It'll help them trust him more. Also, the fact that Vegeta's trying to kill them all, so it's good regardless. And Goku just hopes that Raditz can win. But he doesn't know what to expect. The two power up. And Raditz can immediately tell. Vegeta's less experienced with Super Saiyan. He only got it recently. Of course, Raditz isn't perfect with it yet, but he's had it for longer and has better control over it. Vegeta has more stamina issues with it, and he seems to be weaker in general. Raditz doesn't flat out say this right away. Instead, it becomes apparent during battle. The two clash, and at first, it seems like the fight would actually be even, but as it continues, Vegeta's cockiness slowly goes away, while Raditz's cockiness becomes a lot more apparent. Raditz not only has a better control on Super Saiyan, but it seems he's stronger in general. He tells Vegeta. Unfortunately for him, Raditz hasn't just been sitting here doing nothing. Sure, he may look over at those other Saiyans, Kakarot and Gohan, and he can see that they're not Super Saiyans, but Raditz, he tells Vegeta, he's been through hell and back. Vigorous training, nearly dying at the hands of Frieza, getting his potential unlocked, and awakening this new power as well later on. He even taunts Vegeta mid-battle, saying maybe even Piccolo would be a better match for him. Vegeta thinks he's joking, but no, he looks over at Piccolo, And now that he could sense ki, he could tell even Piccolo's a lot stronger than before. Hell, even Kakarot's stronger, just in base. How'd they all get so powerful? It enrages Vegeta even further. He shows off more of his power, and this does exactly what Raditz wanted. Vegeta's using all of his strength at once, which also means he's running down the clock. Sure, his attacks become more potent as he summons more power, but it also means he's using more of his stamina. He's depleting his energy quicker, and combine that with the fact that Raditz has a better control regardless, and he's just trying to prove something to Vegeta. Vegeta might be a Super Saiyan, but he's not on the level of Raditz. And as Vegeta's fighting, he's getting worn out, but he still has tricks up his sleeve. He starts relying on instant transmission. And this actually does the trick. Raditz can't keep track of him. Vegeta's rapidly teleporting around. Whenever Raditz is about to attack him, Vegeta's able to get out of the way, and then counter. Of course, by this point in the battle, Raditz is able to defend pretty easily against him. But it's annoying, and he's losing ground. This is how Vegeta's going to conserve energy, and this is how Vegeta hopes to win. It's the raw strength of Raditz versus the techniques and strategy of Vegeta. At one point though, Vegeta teleports behind Raditz, and right as he's about to unleash an attack, he receives a powerful punch to the face, and Raditz turns around to see a red flash of light. Kakarot's there and Kaioken. Goku tells Raditz. Raditz clearly needs his help, but Raditz tells him to stop interfering. This is between him and Vegeta. But Goku tells him this petty grudge isn't worth risking Earth over. He understands why Raditz wants to do this fight alone, but he's not going to let him do that. They're on his turf after all. And with Earth at risk, as well as his friends and family, he's not going to let Raditz do whatever he wants just to stroke his ego. Raditz is mad at first, but then chuckles. Now does he see the error in his ways with letting Vegeta go? Goku still doesn't agree with Raditz, but whatever. Goku then powers up once more, flaring into Kaioken times 30. He's been working on it more and more, and of course the higher he goes, the more strenuous it is, but the lower levels are less strenuous than they were before. Hopefully he can unlock Super Saiyan soon enough. But Goku's not using this trying to defeat Vegeta. This is a distraction. With his attacks, they leave Vegeta open for attacks from Raditz, and he's already injured Vegeta enough. He's able to land a finishing blow, knocking Vegeta out of Super Saiyan. Well, it may not have been alone, but he defeated Vegeta, just like he wanted. And Goku looks on, wondering what Raditz is going to do. If he wants to kill Vegeta, he can't really stop Raditz here. And it'll tell him all he needs to know about Raditz. So, he wants to see what Raditz is going to choose. And Raditz sticks a hand out at Vegeta. While still in Super Saiyan, he looks down on the prince. He charges a blast in his hand, and Vegeta knows what's coming. But Raditz then tosses his hand to his side, and surprisingly even powers down. Defeating Vegeta was enough. He got what he wanted, proved his superiority, and seeing Vegeta groveling on the ground while Raditz was about to kill him, yeah, that was more than enough for Raditz. Piccolo was about to step up and try and do something, thinking it might be best to kill Vegeta. But before he could do anything, Vegeta then teleports out of there, quicker than pretty much anyone could react. Well, looks like Raditz did the same exact thing that Goku did, and Goku walks up to his brother. He better not hear Raditz criticize him for that again, because he just did that exact thing. Goku doesn't know how Raditz is going to react to that, but he just turns to his brother, and then he laughs. Hey, maybe next time Vegeta returns, he'll let his brother defeat Vegeta. Hell, maybe even Gohan could try it next, the whole family. And in a strange moment, for the first time, they share a laugh together. What an odd turn of events. These two brothers not only having defeated Vegeta, but Raditz also just recently defeated Frieza. Raditz reflects on it. His father may have not succeeded in rebelling against Frieza, but in the end, they won. Bardock still kinda got what he wanted. One of his sons was the one to defeat Frieza, and now both of them actually triumphed over Vegeta. But this isn't the end of the story, no. It's only just beginning. With this turning point in the plot, this is where we'll leave off for now. So, what do you guys think is gonna happen next time? What's up with Vegeta? Who's the next villain gonna be? And will Raditz warm up to everyone more on Earth? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. If we hit that like goal, I'll continue with another part of the series. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe as well as hitting the bell icon. It'll let you know when I upload more videos like this one, or even continuations to this series. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.